Hello everyone, welcome to the Lang Focus channel and my name is Paul. Today, rather than get into a new in-depth language documentary, I decided to do a fun little video that we can do together. I want to give you a challenge. I want to present you with some mystery languages and you can listen and look at those languages and guess what languages they are. But don't worry, even if you don't guess the language correctly, it'll still be interesting as long as you share the reasons for your guesses in the comments down below. So let's give it a try. Here's the first language. Please listen.
Donc, qui ça t'a fait? Le terre a commencé. Est-ce que gen ba qui crasé dans caille là?
Tout ba écrasé, donc moi réalisé deux portes qui étaient sous étage à fermer, m'étais bloqué en dedans, donc moi son porte et puis m'tend tremblement de terre fini pour m'a laisser ouvrir porte là.
Est-ce que t'es capable d'ouvrir?
Okay, and let me also show you a little bit of that language in its written form. I don't speak this language, but I'll try to read it as best I can. Gen munisit qui parle anglais? Mwen pa kap parle anglais. So, what language is it? The language is Haitian Creole. If you're a French speaker, then right away you might have known that this was Haitian Creole, and other people, you might have noticed some words that sounded French but sounded a little different. That's because the Haitian Creole language is a French-based Creole language. It arose in the 17th and 18th centuries because of interaction between French settlers and African slaves in the area that is now called Haiti. The majority of its vocabulary derives from French, but the majority of its syntax derives from the African languages spoken by the slaves. Let's go back to those two example sentences for a second. Gen munisit qui parle anglais? This means, is there a person here who speaks English? The beginning of the sentence doesn't really seem French. Gen means to have or there is. It might derive from the French word gagner, but the way it's used is quite different from the French word. And mun means person, and I don't know the origin of this word. Ici qui parle anglais is like ici qui parle anglais in French. In French, the whole sentence, I guess, would be il y a quelqu'un ici qui parle anglais? The second sentence, mwen pa kap parle anglais. This means I can't speak English. Mwen comes from moi in French. Pa is the French negation marker, pa. Cap comes from the French capable. Parler is parler. So the vocabulary is all kind of French, but in French it would be like this. Je ne suis pas capable de parler anglais. So obviously the grammar is very different even though the vocabulary is French-based. Notice that in the French sentence, moi is not used, but je is used. That's because in French, moi is the object pronoun, while je is the subject pronoun. In Haitian Creole, moi is both. Now I'm breaking down these sentences just to show you that Haitian Creole is a combination of French and other influences. To learn more about Creole languages, check out my video on pigeons and Creoles right here. Okay, on to the next language. Please listen.
Ik wil je hem helpen. Ik kan soort van hem dwalen, hoor dat nog maar van mij. Ik kan hem je toch in scoren. Maar dan moet je u ook een beetje helpen. Wij willen dat verzet daar op de palen willen we oprollen. En Jo kan u ook geleid helpen. Jo neemt u de namen van de leiders van het verzet en dan zwaar ik ervoor persoonlijk.
And again, let me show you a little bit of that language in its written form.
Binnen en opgroeid in Ie zal des zijn graaf wezen, zijn heitelaan. Ien grutte een moors uit zijn lippen stiet hem kleer voor egen. Het vreemde laan, het laan van heid. En nog ien dat van mem. Van heid Friesland, van mem Noorwegen.
So, what language is it? The language is Frisian, specifically West Frisian. West Frisian is spoken in a northern province of the Netherlands called Friesland. Frisian is thought to be the language that is most closely related to English. Now, it doesn't mean that it's easy for English speakers to understand Frisian. When I hear it or when I try to read it, I barely understand anything. But it is closely related to English in its historical development and in the structure of the language. All right, let's do one last language. Please listen.
Lei anche se sposata, sta cosa più bella quando si nasce al nostro gemello, ragazzi.
Capusti belli e buona pago.
Perché ha avuto anche un padre sto gemellare.
E c'è mappa da godai.
Sa vita fatta con papà non fu bella. Sa vita che ha passato con papà fu bella.
Ah, Dio già.
And again, let's look at a couple of phrases visually. Now, I don't speak this language, but I'll try to read these as best I can. Non compreno. Non faedo su sardu. Mi dispragidu. So, what language is it? Well, if you know a Romance language, then you probably noticed right away that this is definitely another Romance language. It is actually the Sardinian language, which is spoken on the island of Sardinia in Italy. It is one of many regional languages in Italy that are often mistakenly referred to as dialects, but they're actually separate languages. Most of them are closely related to Italian, but they are different enough to be considered different languages. Well, I hope you enjoyed guessing today's mystery languages. Even if you didn't get them right, that's okay. It should be interesting to share your reasons in the comments down below, and that should spark some interesting discussion. And if you would like to see more mystery language videos like this sometime in the future, then let me know, and I might do it again. Be sure to check out Lang Focus on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and if you haven't already, then be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for continuing to make Lang Focus possible. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.